Hey Cancers, and welcome back to Cappy Cove. This is going to be your reading for the year of 2020. The first card you'll have is Neptune, and this planet represents illusions. A lot of you are going to have moments throughout the year where things aren't going to be as they seem. It's going to be one of those things where there's going to be more than meets the eye. This is also going to be a year for y'all to figure out your true soul purpose or figuring out where your true soul lies. Also, I'm seeing here that there's going to be a lot of things that come across you that are going to be beyond what your understanding is, and being able to figure out what it is you have faith in for the year of 2020. So let's go ahead and take a look now at your cards. The first one that you have, or the first two, is the World and Summer. So with these two cards together, it's telling me that your overall energy for 2020 is going to be about finally completing things that need to be completed, becoming a new you in a new space. I feel like actually this is going to become more apparent to you by the summertime, since you have that card. I feel like by summer you will start feeling like a whole new completion within yourself, a wholeness within yourself that you haven't felt before. Any type of success and achievements you're wanting to accomplish, you're either going to have them present themselves to you by the summer and start understanding it, or you're going to start actually making those achievements by summer. So for each of you Cancers, it will be different, but I do feel like this is overall your energy throughout the year is figuring out what success is to you, figuring out what accomplishments you want in your life, and moving forward with those. The next two cards that you have are the Two of Pentacles and Messages. I'm also seeing here y'all are going to have a lot in the year that has to do with either traveling, communication. You're going to have a lot going on. There's, the Two of Pentacles is about being able to juggle things. I'm seeing this more with balancing your finances, balancing jobs, figuring out or choosing between jobs. And that will be within the first quarter of the year. So that's January, February, and March is when this will be most present, in when finances are going to become a really big thing. I feel like finances is really something at the beginning of the year that you're going to have to juggle more than anything, or you're going to have to balance your checkbook or go back and make sure your money's still there, or figuring out which money you have to put here and towards this and that, playing catch up after last year. I feel like taxes for some odd reason is going to become a thing for you also the first few months of the year. I'm also feeling like a lot of you are going to have a lot of communication coming in. You have the Messages card. So a lot of you are going to, I feel like if you are anywhere on social media, you're going to start having more people take notice of you, or I feel like someone is going to contact you in these first 3 months through one of your social media apps or websites or whatever the case is. Also be careful of he said, she said type of communications or miscommunications in those first 3 months as well. So for the next months, you've got, so this would be April, May, and June, you have the Eight of Cups reversed and Create. This is showing me that you're struggling from letting something go. There's a lot of blockages here, or unable to walk away from something. I'm also seeing here that this is going to be a time where whatever you want in your life, these are the months to where you're either going to discover what it is you want or create the life that you want. I'll get more into that in a little bit. You also had for the third quarter, which would be July, August, and September, is the Five of Swords and Power. So during this quarter, I feel like y'all are going to have a lot of power struggles with people. I feel like you're going to have to fight for something that you really want during this time. And there could be some conflicts. And this also might be more of an inner battle with yourself and coming out with what it is that you want. The last quarter, you have the Six of Wands in Aquarius. this is victory all the way. So this is everything that you have worked hard for coming to, coming to fruition. This is everything that you wanted. I actually see something, if you're a Cancer who's creating something in the year of 2020. So I don't know if this is something like you're making that's available to like sell, or if this is something that you're like going to get a patent on. Whatever the case, this I feel like is going to actually be more of a success within 2021. You have Aquarius, so we're going to say somewhere between February and March, maybe even January. But I do feel like whatever it is that you create in the year of 2020 will become more successful in the year of 2021. But even at that, for just 2020 alone, a lot of you Cancers are going to finally feel very achieved in what it is you were setting out to accomplish by the end of 2020. So either way, it's really good news. So let's go a little bit further into this. Okay, so for the whole year, I feel like there's going to be this very big struggle with y'all Cancers on being able to see past the material things in the world. This is going to be a time where you could be having much more or messages coming to you within your dreams. You are going to become more spiritual. You're going to start realizing that there's more in this world than what you think there is. Like there's more than just the material things in the world. And for some of you, you may have this struggle with like finding that your life is based on the things that you own. And so this year that is going to break down and you're going to be able to see past that. I'm also getting a lot of Pisces energy in here. Aquarius is in here. I think even Leo is in here. I'm also, y'all have the 2 butterflies here. So a butterfly may be something significant to you, or it also may be a spirit guide who comes and helps you, or a deceased loved one that's sending you messages through a butterfly, if that's, an animal that connects to you, or an insect, shall I say. I'm also seeing here that you are going to need to become very more self-aware of you and who you are and your wants and needs in 2020. This is going to be very important, and especially with communication and learning how to speak up for what it is you want, being able to figure out what it is you want before you can even speak out on it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication with you and other people during this year. I'm seeing there's just so much communication, like people you're going to have to talk to, speak with. You may have to speak in front of people, or you may just become more in the spotlight, or people are going to be coming to you. Either way, there's going to be a lot of communication is going to be very much a key for y'all in the month of in the year of 2020. So be very aware of how you're communicating your needs and wants to other people, or how you're communicating to the universe what it is you're trying to attract. If for those of you with careers, I'm seeing a lot of career changing. I'm seeing new jobs that are coming in. I'm also seeing here that you have the possibility to be whatever it is that you want, especially for those who feel like they aren't where they're supposed to be. And this goes into a lot of soul searching as well. Dream big, the possibilities are there. I'm also seeing here that there's going to be a lot of self-esteem issues that you are going to have to address within the year of 2020. For any of you who struggle with your self-esteem, this is going to be the time to approach it and figure out what it is that needs to change. Whether it be physical or mental or emotional, they all tie hand in hand. So having to break down each one of those and figure out what it is about you with your self-esteem, and learning how to love yourself again and really take care of yourself. And this also goes hand in hand with what it is you want, Cancers. Like, what is it that you want? You have to be able to vocalize that. You have to know what it is for yourself too before you can say anything. So it all just kind of ties in. But I feel like when you finally get aligned with what it is you want and where it is you want to go and what it is you want to achieve, your self-esteem is going to increase with that as well. I am seeing here too that, you will have a hard time letting go of some things. I'm also seeing a lot of travel. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet. Some of you may struggle with taking on too many things, so be careful how you're balancing your time. Be careful, of making sure you balance your work and your family and juggle that very equally. I feel like a lot of you Cancers are going to need a very strict routine, okay? 2020 is going to be a time for y'all to set up a precise routine for yourself. I feel like you don't have, like there's something very off about your day-to-day routine, and that needs to be addressed and taken care of in the way that you do things in your day. So if you need to schedule in your day time to yourself, you need to do that. But overall, a routine is really going to be beneficial for y'all. I feel like by the end of the year, you could have the whole, you have the world and the Six of Wands, and you could literally have the whole world in your hands. And I feel like y'all are going to achieve something very big this year for a majority of you. And I'm going to tell you, like the other signs, be sure to watch your rising and your moon and your Venus, because if you're a Cancer in Venus, this reading will affect your love life more, which is another thing. There wasn't a lot on relationships in this reading, so I went ahead and I pulled a few other cards, and I'm seeing here for those that are single, there's going to be a new lover that comes in for the year of 2020 for single Cancers. I'm seeing a lot of passion and playfulness. So when it comes to your relationships, it's time to lighten up. It's time to have fun. It's time to enjoy. And I just see with the passion, I see someone here that if you've been in a relationship, being able to reignite that passion, or being able to yourself put passion back into that relationship, or being able to enjoy it for once. I keep getting that as well. But there is new love coming for 2020 for y'all Cancers. Anything that you're struggling with, you not being able to let go of, I feel like the universe is going to fight you with that. I'm also seeing that some of you need to figure out how to become more creative and express that more, because it will really help you open up, especially for those who have a lot of blocked energy. Be careful also. Pay attention to your intuition, okay? I feel like there's a battle between your mind says, oh, this, and you overanalyze it, but then your intuition's telling you something different. Follow your intuition and stop overanalyzing. It's like you already know, but you're not trusting that intuition that's there. And that goes also with the whole learning that there's more than meets the eye in this world. There's more to this world than just what it is you see. For some of you, you're totally going to understand that. I do see some up and down situations on and off for the year of 2020. I'm also getting here, there could be a betrayal. I don't feel like this is for everyone, but I do feel like a sense of kind of feeling betrayed by somebody. But I also see that being something that's short-lived and overcome, or you overcome it. For any of you Cancers that are faking your happiness, it's time for you to actually figure out how to truly be happy. I feel like if you feel like you were in this cycle for 2019 and before, and things have just kept going and going, and you want an end to it, I feel like in 2020 there will be a final ending to that type of situation, and that's for some of you, depending. I'm also seeing with all this traveling, there could be a couple cancellations that do pop up. Don't stress it, it's for a reason. I'm also seeing that there's also some of you could be going back to school or furthering your education or relearning something, possibly if you're getting into a new job. I also see by the end of the year success with passing exams, especially if it was something you were really worried about or you tried really hard. Because I do feel like I was saying in the third quarter of the year, I do feel like y'all are going to fight for something no matter what the cost. You're really going to go head forward and just headstrong and be ready to take the challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for y'all Cancer. Oh, no, hold up. I forgot the bottom of the deck. Y'all have the Ace of Wands, which is a whole new start. I feel like 2021 is going to pop off for y'all. I feel like this year is going to be good, but 2021 is really going to be where it's at. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Bye, y'all.